strength, fight, courage, faith, hope, cure. The Relay for Life is one of many events hosted by the American Cancer Society throughout the year, across the country, and of course here in Maine. Today on Your Hometown, we're going to share why we relay.
Well, I relay because I've had cancer.
My mother had cancer and my sister-in-law had cancer.
I've actually had cancer 3 times.
I relay because cancer has touched my family. As I don't believe there's hardly anybody that you could talk to that hasn't been touched in some way.
I am a survivor.
How long?
1 year.
For her. I'm her husband and her caregiver, and we kind of went through this together, and I'm hoping to help this thing raise some money so other people don't have to go through what she did.
It was an opportunity for me to give back.
It feels good to be able to support them in this arena.
It kind of gives us a chance to be together and celebrate that she's alive and healthy and we're together.
I relay because there are so many people affected with cancer in this world, and I feel that if everyone really works together and does their part just a little bit, then we can find a cure to cancer. And I really, really think that we're going to be able to find a cure in my lifetime. And I'd love to see that happen.
And you find out that your story isn't so unique when you're around all these wonderful people who have the same thing you do. They just keep going on and keep going.
Cancer survivors go through an amazing, life-changing experience. They're never the same after they've had this experience in their life, and it's important for them to get all the support they need to go on with life.
The American Cancer Society offers support for cancer survivors, their caregivers, and their families. They are able to provide these programs thanks largely in part to year-round fundraising events, the signature of which is the Relay for Life. In 2009, 23 Relay for Life events were hosted in Maine with the goal of raising $1.1 million for all types of cancer research.
Relay for Life is a signature event for the American Cancer Society that started in 1985 with an idea that one cancer surgeon had of running and walking around the track for 24 hours. And that first year he raised $27,000 individually. And then the second year he said, you know, this is amazing, I think it could do better. So he contacted the American Cancer Society and said, what do you think of this idea? Would you like to take it over for me? And they have, and the rest is history.
Relay for Life is a 14-hour walking marathon in which there are games and activities. And it's basically, we celebrate our accomplishments, celebrate survivors, we remember people we've lost, and we fight back against the disease. So celebrate, remember, fight back.
And encompassing the motto of celebrate, remember, fight back, the Relay for Life makes a special effort to celebrate not only the survivor, but also their support system. The first lap to kick off the event is for survivors and their caregivers only.
Caregivers play an immense role in a person's recovery. They help keep their spirits up, they help take them to appointments if they need to. They're their support person day and night. The caregiver puts as much effort into survivorship as the survivor themselves. So they need to be recognized for everything that they do for cancer survivors, not only their own loved ones, but in general.
There's also a really neat ceremony called the Luminaria where they light bags in honor of people that have either passed or are survivors, anyone that's been touched by cancer. The names will scroll on a screen and you light little candles in the bags all the way around the track, and people can go around and look at the various names and have moments of reflection.
And you can go around and look at your bags, and I think it's really a time for people to remember who they've lost and remember people who've had cancer and
People who are still fighting.
yeah, still fighting.
It's really a moving experience. It's a time for reflection and for thought and for remembering people. And it's also time for celebration for those people who have survived the fight of cancer.
So as much as it's fun and there's food and everything, it's also a time to really remember what it's about. And it's a serious subject matter, but I think they do a great job in making light of it when they can, but also bringing people together to think about it.
For cancer survivors, there is support available on every level, and not only for physical health, but also for confidence and encouragement. Since most of the programs are offered at little to no cost, the fundraising events are essential to continuing support to cancer survivors and their families. The Relay for Life is just one of many ways to support the American Cancer Society.
It's just an amazing coming together of all people from all walks of life, neighborhoods and community groups and school groups and anybody that you can think of that wants to form a team.
It's just a really fun time and it's a good atmosphere and it's a great way to fight back.
For more information on the American Cancer Society, log on to their website. It's cancer.org, or there's a link on myfoxmaine.com.